Boys and girls, do we love Poppleton or do we love Poppleton?
We love Poppleton.
Poppleton rocks. And we've enjoyed all the stories in this book before. And today I want to dig a little bit deeper. I want to teach you how you can make your in your head voice sound as well as your reading out loud voice sound when you're going through a book like Poppleton or any other book. This is a skill that you can apply in any book that you're reading. So I want you to notice on this page, I'm going to read it to you and you can join me if you'd like. And then what I want you to notice is that there's a period at the end of every line. And when there's a period at the end of every line, it makes it so much easier for us to know to take that break with our voice after each period. So join me if you'd like. Here we go. Poppleton used to be a city pig. He did city things. He took taxis. He jogged in the park. He went to museums. So you heard how it was real clear and easy to take those breaks at the punctuation marks, right? Well, now I want to show you on the next slide, the next page. And this time it's not as easy. You have to be such a detective when you're reading to keep track of everything. And one of the things we do is make things sound right when we're reading, and the punctuation can help us do that. All right, spider, very exciting. All right, so on this page, it's hard to see that the punctuation is at the end of every other line. But if you had the book in front of you, you would be able to notice that. Okay, and so I want to show you today how you might sound if you were reading like there was a period at the end of the line. So if you thought there was a period at the end of the line, you might sound like this. It had lots and lots of shelves where Poppleton kept things. It had a little garden where Poppleton planted corn. Okay, parts of those sound okay. It had lots and lots of shelves. Does that sound okay as a sentence on its own?
Yeah.
It does. But when I go to the next part where it says, where Poppleton kept things, that's not a sentence all on its own. It's part of a sentence. Where Poppleton kept things. You need more. So as a reader, you make your eyes travel to the next line and you make your voice work together for the whole sentence so that it sounds like a whole sentence. Because the whole sentence is like this. It had lots and lots of shelves where Poppleton kept things. All that goes together. So I want you to read that with me together and make it really sound clear that the end of the sentence is at that ending punctuation mark right there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It had lots and lots of shelves where Poppleton kept things. So you keep the sentences together in how you sound. And sometimes when you read, you can say all the words correctly. But saying all the words correctly is not enough as a reader. To be that star reader that studies and thinks and asks and responds, to be that star reader, then you need to be able to keep track of how you sound. Thanks, Aiden. Here we go, let's do that one last time. Here we go, 1, 2, 3.
It had lots and lots of shelves where Poppleton kept things.
Excellent. And the next sentence can go together as well, where there's an end of that line, but it's not the ending punctuation. Just set it down, buddy. Thank you. And this one is, it had a little garden where Poppleton planted corn. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. It had a little garden where Poppleton planted corn. Okay, so now we're going to read that whole page, and we're going to continue that pattern. Okay, there's ending punctuation right there about Cherry Sue, and then we know that Cherry Sue is Poppleton's new neighbor, and the next ending punctuation mark is there. And I know that the smartboard is pixelating and starting to do those dots, so I want to make it a little easier for you to tell that it's the ending punctuation. Okay, so we're going to keep our voice together, even at the end of the line, in order to keep a sentence all together. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. It had lots and lots of shelves where Poppleton kept things. It had a little garden where Poppleton planted corn. Thank you. had cherry soup. Can you join me for that? And it had cherry soup. Cherry soup was Poppleton's new neighbor. Okay, wouldn't it sound weird if you did this? Cherry Sue was Poppleton's. As a reader,
She's not Poppleton.
yeah,
She's
And-
Cherry Sue.
yeah. So like as a reader, your brain says to you, huh. And when your brain says to you, huh, it may not be that you read a word wrong, but it may be that it doesn't sound right because of the ending punctuation. Okay, so we're going to have you practice that. You can take out your book boxes and get started.